or
No, you're fine just like that. All right, my name's Derek. I'm in I'm in an entertainment design technology class.
Okay.
I just got like 5 questions I'm going to ask you about this career and this major. So I could start off with a couple questions. All right. What experience or knowledge is required to do this job?
By this job, do you just mean building sets?
Building sets, or in the film, in the entertainment, the film production type of
okay,
career?
well, depending on what kind of career you want to go into, you're always
like live show.
Live show, for instance.
Okay.
Any kind of theater or film career is going to require a good deal of teamwork experience.
Okay.
The ability to work with a large number of people, take instruction and follow instructions quickly, and to comprehend and perform those instructions as asked.
Okay.
The first time or second time occasionally, but the faster you can pick up on stuff, the better.
Right.
Essentially. Other experiences that might be valuable would be making sure that you're able to at least do the basics of any sort of construction, lighting, paintwork, because even if you have a specialty, you never know what you'll be asked to do on the side if going into a theater.
Right.
Or
So you want a little bit of knowledge of all of them, maybe?
A little bit of knowledge. And I'm not even saying, be broadly studied, but, know how to use a drill, know how to use a hammer, know how to, put a gel into a lighting fixture, know how to set up light trees, how to, unpack equipment at least.
Okay.
That kind of thing. So.
Okay. All right. Then the next one. What preparation or courses did you find necessary or helping upon entering, I guess, this job?
Basic stagecraft, technical theater production, basics of costuming, basics of lighting. Like I said, kind of get yourself a good baseline in as much as you can get. And then if you want to find a specialty, you can then specialize in, like advanced technical production or advanced lighting production, sound design, editing, if you're going for film. But like I said, it helps to have a baseline in all of those places.
What was your major in college, as far as
which degree? Because I have a major in technical theater production and the actual aspects of construction. I have dramatic studies, which kind of covered the theory behind theater, and I've also got a major in anthropology, specifically with cultural anthropology, for historical analysis and script analysis.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Okay. What advice would you give someone thinking about this career?
The first piece of advice I could give about this career is do not get into it for the money. It is the most fantastic thing I've ever done in my life. I have actually tried to leave the industry before, and I found myself to be completely miserable. But you will never make millions of dollars, or at least you can't plan to make millions of dollars. A lot of people come into theater thinking, I'll be a star, I'll be like the most highly paid person in the world. Work on making enough to survive. Because if you love the industry, you will ultimately end up making more money just from the fact that you're a good worker, from the fact that you know your stuff. But money cannot be the driving force behind it. You have to love what you're doing.
Good. All right. How many years experience would experience, knowledge, and schooling would I need to have before getting out into branching out?
It kind of depends on what kind of program you go through. Like, for instance, here at Valencia, usually 2 to 3 years is enough to get you out into the field, because that's one of the things we concentrate on as an educational institution, is getting people the skills that they need to actually go out and work. Now, if you're wanting to do something on the upper end, like design or do research for plays and films and stuff like that, you start getting into 4 and 5 years worth of experience, because you have to take those baseline courses, then you have to get design courses on top of that. Any sort of research that has to go into design, set design. You also have to be relatively knowledgeable about history. Same thing goes for costume design, because you have to know, okay, this is being set in the 1950s.
Right.
So how does the house have to look? How do the props have to look? how the costumes have to look. So that may take you out of whatever your profession actually is. Theater, film, all that sort of stuff, and into stuff like history, like anthropology, like arts. Just in general. So baseline, if you want to be a technician or someone who runs a camera, someone who does a little bit of editing, stuff like that, 2, maybe 3 years.
Okay.
Design wise, you're probably looking more like 4, 5, 6.
Okay. All right. We got one more. I don't know if I asked you this. What preparation or courses did you find necessary? I mean, like,
yeah.
As far as getting into.
I think we did kind of cover this before, but I'll just go over it again. Basic stagecraft, technical theater production.
And that would be like the beginning.
Yeah, that's kind of your very, very beginning stuff. It gets you hands-on with all the tools that you'll encounter, or most of the tools that you'll encounter. And then it gets you into a team environment, working with people to accomplish the same goal, and kind of figuring out where you can lie in the hierarchy. If you should really only be someone who's doing the work, or if you have the ability to grow and be a team leader, or even a designer later.
Okay.
So.
And you had how many years have you been doing this?
How many years have I been doing this?
Yeah, or you been in this field?
Well, I'm actually second generation theater folk. Both my parents are in theater, live show production, and film as well. I actually started actively working probably about 15 years ago.
So you have a lot of experience. All right, what?
It's okay.
1 second. Okay, what? Suggested team experience. What? Can you suggest any ways to obtain the experience? What would I need to do?
Well, outside of the education stuff that we've already talked about, I'd suggest either volunteering or trying to find employment in small, regional theaters, or even community theaters. Volunteers are so helpful to community theaters because they really they survive kind of by the seat of their pants kind of a thing. So if you're able to go and apply the skills that you've learned at a community theater as a volunteer, that also opens up doors for you at professional theaters, professional film companies, and prop shops and stuff like that, because a lot of people for instance, I also do costume work for Theater Wareham.
Mm-hmm.
That's a paid gig for me, but I wouldn't be able to do the work that I'm able to do down there without the volunteers who come in, who do laundry for us, who help us keep stuff organized, who are able to help with quick changes for shows, because I can't be there for every performance. I live over here in Orlando, making that's a 2-hour drive that kills the entire paycheck that I'm getting, to go down there and be there. But there are people who live in town who don't have the chops to design, but can be there for performances. They can help people change clothes, wash clothes, all that sort of stuff. So, it's the same thing for set design, for lighting design, all that sort of stuff. There are a number of theaters in town that can help you do that sort of thing.
All right, that's pretty much it. Yeah, we're good. So, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we'll go from there. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool.
Thanks.